Hello, everyone. It's me, Sean Fraser, again. I've got a little friend with me. This is the beginning of my, this is the first member of my raccoon army. I'm hoping he will find more, because I don't know a damn thing about finding raccoons. Anyways, enough of that. I'm actually here since my last video was to meet the author, so you've met me, and if you're still here, I have no idea why. You should probably go do something productive. But if you want to watch a video, then you've come to the right place. So, I've introduced myself. I'm Sean R. Fraser. I'm a fantasy author. You learned that from the last video. However, I'm now going to talk about my first book series, The Forgotten Years. It was a story that was rattling around in my head for probably 30 years, 25 maybe, something like that. I had ideas. I wrote them down. I wrote the first draft. It was awful. So I put it away for a while, and then I tried to write it again, on a rewrite, and it just wasn't jiving. So I put it away for a long time, and then fast forward to 2016, and that's when I published it. I self-published it because it had been in my head so long. I just decided, he's slipping. There we go. It'd be nice. I decided I just needed it out. I needed to get it out there. If I sat and queried, I probably would chicken out. And let me tell you, querying is so much easier now than it used to be. When I first started writing, you actually typed out a query letter, printed it, put it in an envelope, and sent it. And you'd probably get a response 6 months later that was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm retired." So it's much easier now. The rejections come so fast. I've had one come within 5 minutes of me sending it. I've also had one show up 2 years after, and the book was published already, so whatever. Anyways, this is the first book right here, book face. This is The Call of Chaos, and this was the first part of the story that I had imagined for so long. It's a high fantasy story. Here's the second one, Coming Storm. Here's the third one. Oh, the raccoon fell off. Descent into Madness, and then the fourth one, Ascent into Light. These books were written... Oh, no. Here, put them on my head this time. These books were written to tell a story about what happens when... you probably can't take me seriously with this, but too bad. What happens when fantasy elements don't exist, but then all of a sudden they start appearing in the world. So the main character, Kirill, bad things happen around him. He's kicked out of his home. He's wandering. And then all of a sudden, creatures from legend and stories and songs start showing up. And magic is a thing now. And what the hell is going on? And he's going to fall off. There we go. Yeah, what's going on? Why is this all happening? And he gets caught up in it. And he's not a hero by any means. He's literally running for his life most of the time. And he meets other people doing the same thing. Together as reluctant heroes, not chosen ones by any means. They figure out what's going on, sort of. They kind of stumble through it. They figure some things out. They try and stop it. And then in book 2... things just get worse. And then in book 3, even worse. Book 4, nope, totally worse. They basically figure out there's something more sinister behind what's going on. And the tagline is basically history is a lie. So that is my first book, my first book series even. They are special to me because that was literally the first story I'd ever really thought up. I'd written short stories before, wrote a lot of stuff that was the, hey, I wrote this stuff. Can I read it? No, nobody can read it because I don't want you to. So publishing all of this was a huge step because tons of people are going to read it, or at least hopefully. Now, the whole marketing thing, whatever. But by now, quite a few people have read them. And I'm not planning on stopping writing and publishing books. So that's my Forgotten Years story, Forgotten Years series. They are all available on Amazon, ebook, Kindle Unlimited, paperback, and all that. You can get them directly through my website, seanrfrazier.com, if you'd like. You know, and now the most important thing, I have no idea what to name this guy. So, if you have suggestions, put them in the comments. Not saying I will take them, but I'm also really terrible at naming things, so you're only helping me out here. Bye.